Previously at Yosemite National Park.
And today I'm going to start building the operations center of the DFW crew. Yeah, so let's start. Oh, wow. This is much bigger than I thought. This area. You know what? Let's go with it. People need space. Dinosaurs need space, but people also. And you know what? Let's stick to this angle. So I can work with angle snap and don't have to align things properly. The game is doing all the work for me. Just quick and dirty, some pathing here so that we have something where we can put our buildings around. Then what sort of buildings do we need? Of course, we don't need buildings because we just need the hatchery, but let's pretend this is a real place. So we will need something for electricity. We will need the arrival point. I guess the control center isn't a bad idea. And let's put it right in front of the arrival point. There you go. So what else do we need? We have the control center, expedition center. No, I don't think so. Response facility, of course. Staff center, sure. Let's add this. It fits nicely right next to this one. It also looks a little bit like a storage unit, so we can make something out of that. But first we should start with I'm building this path that is going to lead up to the hatchery, I think. So we can release the dinosaurs. And I want it right in the entry. I want it to be right in the middle of this path because feng shui and stuff. There you go. I guess I'm not doing much with decorations. This is purely functional, right? So I'm filling this up. So it indicates that you need to go this way to reach important buildings, such as the hatchery. And let's add the response facility too. Let's put it right here. And I think if I'm lucky, then I will be able to fit oh no, it's too big. Oh, sad. This is sad. Maybe if I turn it this way. Look how perfectly this fits. I will have to make the path run around, and then there is this strange little space between the hatchery and this paleomedical facility. I would love to place it right there, right there. Okay, guys. I'll just have to do some rearranging here. Now that's what I'm talking about. And we put this one right where it was in the beginning. And then we have this little dinosaur operational center that is connecting the paleomedical facility. And maybe I add a little bit of pathing. So I think I'm going to I introduced this path color already, but I want to give it purpose. So this path right here is going to indicate that this is this separate section that belongs to the response facility, and it's used for storage or something like that. But I want to make this look purposeful, So I'm going to create little spaces that are connected to these buildings, and we can work with that. All right. So I think this looks like it does something. And what else do we need? Looks a little empty with all this Science center, no, I don't want an expedition center. But how about security and toilets? Okay, but I think I want to add viewing platforms and tours. The tours are going to be just the pretend, when the staff just does their routine dinosaur checkup. They just drive around the territories and just look at their survey apparatuses they put somewhere. So I guess I'm going to place a few ranger posts to pretend that they are taking some measurements and accumulating data about their animals. So we need a gate. I'll put it right here and have the path lead up to it. Like so. And then I can add a little storage room right next to it, or these sniper towers that are going to serve as security towers. And the observation platforms and galleries are used for observation and science stuff. There. Smack. So let's add a hotel that can be used for housing, of course. Can I place this? No. Okay. Well, then I have to edit the fence right here. Let's just do that. Okay, so now that I have placed those, I need to make some pathing sense out of this. Ooh, and you know what? I'm not going to, what? I'm not going to fill these stripes right here because I will just use them as, again, the indication that there is something here. The working, the indications that this path leads to the hatchery and stuff. So I'm going to add something similar with these observation platforms and introduce even more path separations. Okay, this looks, it looks purposeful. Let's just pretend it is. And just put gates right here because we need, of course, access to our dinosaurs. And I think I should build I guess in Star Trek you would call this an airlock. It's just this safety precaution where you add this little room, an extra door, so that if the dinosaurs happen to run through one gate, they won't be able to immediately be in this worker section because we have a second door. Please tell me the name of this architectural feature. Yeah, so this is like the main entrance to the habitats. And now I have this space right here. What am I going to do with it? Am I going to add another hotel? Let's just put those together so it can be anything you want. I mean, it looks like something. And I think I'm just going to leave the space around the hotels open, you know, so we can introduce a little bit of nature for the staff. So this is really the staff section. Putting fence around this, I don't know why. It's just, say it serves a purpose. I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. But this is apparently now our staff section. So right now, because I have the idea and you guys need something to work with, I'm going to start with this one pterosaur, lakey, rivery thingy. And I'm going to release them into the wild. And for that, I am going to need a aviary hatchery, and it requires aviary. Yeah, of course it needs an aviary. Ah, I should have placed an aviary right here. This would have made much more sense. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to replace these. We have enough buildings that do stuff things. Let's add an interesting visual to it. We are going to place a glass aviary, so we can pretend that it is actually a greenhouse to grow some plants for our herbivores. Ah, this is perfect. Look how this works out. We have this path leading up there. Okay, I really like this. So let's put some greenery stuff in there so it looks like there's actually something happening. I'm not going to try with the foliage brushes. I know what they do. It's just too patchy. I need something that looks like a plantation. So we are going to pretend that these planters are going to grow some climbers, you know, leafy climbers, and that they are just very young. They have just been planted, and we have this wooden structure behind them so they can climb up this decoration piece. Just like so. This is a little bit of an OCD type behavior I'm exhibiting here, but that's okay, I guess. And what else? We need some... maybe. We need some equipment in this greenhouse. Can I make this work? It looks really run down. But I mean, maybe here, because this one really looks like some, farming equipment. Makes no sense at all to add this, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I can, and I like it. This is what I'm looking for, a storage shed that I can put there so you don't see the broken wall. Yeah. I always like to add those to little sections like those, so it looks a little bit like there are really people doing things there. Maybe they just sit down also to take a break from everything, but you can't apparently place tables and chairs in aviaries, which is it's making me cry. But I wanna. Okay, then no tables and chairs. Let's add a pole. Poles. You can always need those when gardening, right? You can make stuff grow on them and build things. And I don't know why else you would need this decoration piece, but I always like to use it in some sort of gardening context if I'm trying to build a farm or grow. What else can we do? Which plants? Maybe some. No. This just makes no sense. These are the exact trees that I can grow outside. That on the biome. Why would I? But okay, planters maybe. Trees. I mean, these beech trees would make some sort of sense if we pretended they were something different. Because at least for them, I don't have a brush, so they won't spawn automatically outside. And it's a completely different tree than anything we have in this biome. Okay, let's just go with those. And put some planters in between so that we use the space really consciously. We don't want to waste space in a plantery farming situation. And I guess some bushes, because you can never, you can at least pretend that there are some sort of berries growing on there that the dinosaurs eat. Or that they are just very young plants and they grow up to be something taller, and you can harvest their leaves because they are something that animals from, I don't know, millions of years ago would eat. I should change the ground texture here. Maybe some sand and dirt. This makes more sense, right? A little dusting of dirt on the sand. Alrighty. So now I only have half of this space filled with those plants. What else can I do? Maybe add light. floodlights, because people sometimes work in the dark, especially in the cold seasons. It's pretty dark pretty soon, so you will need light, and I think this floodlight makes kind of sense. Let's put it in the middle and illuminate the whole thing. What else is there for me to use? A crane? No. This could be some sort of water storage. I can't put it in this aviary. How about... there is this... Yes! And it goes in here. Yes! This makes so much sense. Yes, I need this. Where do I put it? Where would I put it? Obstructed by aviary dome. Okay, so maybe right in front of the water trough situation. Yes. Keep the water together so that if, I don't know, there has to be some way you could collect rainwater here. And if there is none, you fall back on those water troughs that are connected to the watering system. And to separate it all, I'm using those small walls. To sort of add a little bit of structure to this workspace. And just a few gizmos and greeblies. Maybe a tent. Why would I need a tent? I need more greenery. This is a greenhouse. You know what? I'm just adding more planters. And I'm pretending that those are different plants than the ones that I arranged in a circle. Wonderful. So this place is filled. We have a greenhouse and we can use the aviary hatchery to breed our dinosaurs outside, our flying reptiles in the outside hatchery. Now, you know what could be cool? I'm not planning on adding marine reptiles, but it makes no sense to me to add marine reptiles to this reserve, because honestly, if I were the DFW, I would build a reserve on a beach and bring all the marine reptiles there. But we can, of course, add this hatchery here, and we could make this a freshwater facility. And I'm adding these containers that look like they probably are housing, storing like gas or something like that, oil. But I'll use them as water containers or whatever. Maybe we need chemicals. I wouldn't know why, but this just adds to the realness of the place. Some operational stuff, decorations, clutter, storage. Let's do it. Don't think about it too much, just add it. We'll be fine. Okay, well, that's it. I don't know why I built this path around the lagoon as such, but I think it looks interesting, and I'm sure it could be serving a purpose somehow. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your suggestions, and stay tuned until next time, and bye.